All right, so what we're going to be working on today is quiz number 2, dealing with systems of equations. So if you would please make sure that you write this down right here. Okay, we have 5x. So I'm going to write it down with you. Ready? Got 5x. I've got minus y equals 6. And then I have negative 2x. It's supposed to be a negative 2. There we go. Plus y equals 8. Now, what does it ask us, everybody? What does it ask us to do? What is the result of doing what? Adding. So all we have to do is do what with the two equations? Just add them together. So what is 5x minus 2x? 3x. And what is a negative x? Sorry, what's a negative y plus a positive y? What happens there? That zeroes out, right? I'm just going to I'll just put plus 0 for now. You don't have to, but I'm going to right there. Equals. And what's 6 and 8? Added together. 14. So what I'm going to do in the Khan Academy is I'm going to write 3x equals 14. And that is the result of adding these two equations together. So all we got to do is just go right here and write what? 3x equals 14. All right, so I'll go right here. 3x equals 14. Go over to check. You got it. Okay, this one, guys, it says what? Solve the systems of equations, okay? So right now, all we're going to do is I'm going to carefully write it down. I'm going to do this in two different colors, okay? Negative 9x minus 6y equals 15. That's supposed to be a 15. I'll change colors over here, make it green. I've got 9x minus 10y equals 145. All right, 145. Now, what would happen if I added these together? Anybody see what's going to happen if we add these equations together? Yeah, the x's will cancel out if we just add these equations together. So if we add them together, what's a negative 6 and a negative 10 added together? No, it's a negative 16y. If we add these together, what do we get? 160. All right, if we add those together. If we divide both sides by negative 16, we get y equals 160 divided by negative 16. That's going to be a negative 10. So what am I going to put right here? I'm going to put negative 10. All right. Now, what are we going to do now? We got to choose one of the, which one do you think is easier to look at? The top equation or the bottom equation? Which one do you think is easier? Bottom one. I like the bottom one. So let's take the bottom equation. We're going to put 9x minus 10. Sorry, my board's just not working as normal. That's what happens when you get new computers. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. It's supposed to be equals. All right. And it's what, 145? All right. So what am I going to put right here for the y value? What am I going to put? So what number am I going to plug in there? Yeah, I'm going to plug in a negative 10. So what would this look like? Ready? All right, I'm going to change colors here in just a second. That's 9x minus 10, open parentheses. What number am I plugging in? Negative 10, right there, equals 145. All right, so we got 9x plus 100, because negative 10 times positive, sorry, negative times a negative is a positive, and that equals 145. All right. So what are we going to do to both sides? Not yet. Yeah, very good. We got to subtract this what? Subtract this 100 from this side and subtract 100 from the other side. And what happens? What do you get? You get 9x equals 45. And then divide both sides by 9. And what does x equal? X equals 5. So right here, I'm going to put x equals a 5. Now, I want you guys to go to your app real quick, okay? Go to your app. You guys have written this down, so go to your app. Check this out. We're going to go to the apps. I want you guys to go down to your simultaneous equation solver, okay? So if you're not sure what I did there, I'll do it one more time. You go to apps, you go down to number 9. Yours might be a different number, but you go down to this Poly's SMLT2, all right? Press enter. Oh, not that one. Number 9. Okay? We go down to number 2. Now we have 2 equations and we have 2 unknowns. Okay? We have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So you're going to hit see where it says next? We're going to hit the graph button. And what was our x value? What was our x value? No, on our problem. -9. So listen, you see the 2 equations here? It says -9x minus 6y equals 15. That's what we're going to attempt to type in. So I'm going to type in a -9. Then I'm going to press enter. And then what was the next one? Was it -6? Nobody's helping me, so I'll just have to keep helping myself. -6. There we go. -6. Enter. And then we have 15. So put 15 like that. Enter. Okay. Then we go to the bottom, and it was a 9. I remember there was a 9. And this was what? Was it -10? -10. Then what was this one? 145. Now, did we type it in? Remember, this is in standard form, so we have it nice and typed in standard form. Do you guys see where it says solve right here? Solve. I'm going to hit solve. What did it say our x value was equal to? What does it say our y value is equal to? -10. Interesting. So I can go over. I can go right over here and type in a 5 and a 10. Oh wait, -10, right? Okay, I don't want to put a +10. All right. But what did we get it by hand? Did we still get the same answer? 5 and -10? Absolutely. But this only works if it's in standard form. Okay? It only works when it's in standard form. Now this was kind of a tricky question. We have 2. Do not write this one down. Just follow along, and we'll make sure we. All right. All right. So it says answer 2 questions about systems A and B. We have systems A and we have systems B. How can we get system B from system A? All right, when we look at these, sometimes you just have to really look carefully to see which is the correct answer. It says answer 2 equations about system A and B. It says, how can we get system B from system A? Well, this is system B. This is system A. They look like the exact same equations. You see how -2x plus 5y is now down here, and the -3x plus 9y equals 6 is right up there? It really honestly looks like the only thing they did was swap the order of the equations. So of all the answers, that seems to be um, the best one. Okay? Now, right now, it says, based on the previous answer, are the systems equivalent? In other words, do they have the same solution? Well, they should have the same solution even if we switched them. Okay? They're not the solutions aren't going to change just by swapping them. All right? So I'm going to say yes, they have the same solution. We'll see if we're right. Okay? All right, so solve the system of equations. So guys, we're going to do one more by hand, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to call it a day because this is really where you're good. What the heck's going on here? Oh, hold on, new computer. All right, here we go. See if this works. There we go. So write down 10y minus 11x equals -4. And I'm going to change colors. I'm going to change it to red. -2y plus 3x equals +4. Now, this one's a little bit going to be a little bit trickier. It's not going to be that bad. What I would like everybody to do is I would like you to take the bottom equation right there, take the bottom equation, and I want you to multiply everything by a 5. Okay, so multiply everything by a 5. We're going to distribute this throughout the whole equation. So look what happens when you multiply everything by 5. You get negative 10y plus 15x equals positive 20. And look what happens if you just bring the other equation right over the top of it. What does it look like it's going to eliminate? Yeah, the y's, correct? So we add everything together. The y's cancel out. You're left with 4x equals 20 minus 4, which is 16. So when you divide both sides by 4, x equals 4. So we know x is equal to 4. Now, if you guys were to use this equation solver, all right, if you guys were to use the equation solver, what's going to be different about these equations? You have the y's, right, up front, and you have the x's in the back. So what would you have to do? You'd have to switch the x's and the y's. Well, we're not going to do that because we're almost done with this one. So right now, does everybody see this bottom equation right here, this negative 2y plus 3x equals 4? I want you to take this 4 right here, and I want you to plug it right in there. Plug it in for x. So we get negative 2y plus 3 times 4 equals 4. So negative 2y plus 12 equals 4. So what are we going to do to both sides now? What would you guys say? Take away a 12, take away a 12, you're left with negative 2y equals negative 8, and then you divide both sides by negative 2, y equals 4. So we get a y is equal to a 4 as well. So here's what I want you to do. The last thing I want you to do with me right now, and then we're going to call it a day for this video, all right, is I want you guys to rearrange this. So take a look at this, and we're going to get it rearranged. How could you use the calculator to help you? You'd have to write negative 11x plus 10y equals negative 4. And on this one, you'd have to write 3x minus 2y equals positive 4. So this is how you'd have to use that equation solver to be able to type it in. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my equation solver. All right, let's go to the main menu, hit number 2, main menu, hit number 2. We still have 2 unknowns. So I'm going to hit next. So right now, instead of negative 9, what am I going to put? What does it say? Negative 11? So I'm going to put negative, nope, not positive 11. Negative 11. All right. Then what am I going to put? Positive 10y. Okay. All right. Then let's see here what else. 3x. All right. Wait, hold on. Negative 4. Three. Negative 2. Then I think this was a positive 4. Do you guys see how here it has the x's? So you have to put the x's with the x's, the y's with the y's, and the constant with the constant. So what did we have to do on this equation? We had to rearrange it in order for it to work. All right. So then once we do that, if we hit solve, what does it say? A 4 and a 4. So that makes it a lot easier for us to just type it in, 4 and 4. All right. Basically all the other equations are going to be the same situation. So you guys go ahead and get started. If right now, if somebody is struggling, help your partner, help another student finish this up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do one more problem. You guys can go ahead and take the rest of the period and keep working. Now this is it says solve system of equations if x was equal to 3y plus 1. All right. So what are we going to do? we're going to plug in. We're going to plug in 3y plus 1. My board is lagging. I don't know. You get, it's ridiculous. You get new technology and then it doesn't work as good as the old technology. Why? I don't know. All right, so we go 3 parentheses. What am I plugging in? 3y plus 1 plus 4y equals negative 23. So we're plugging it in. We're going to distribute. We get 9y plus 3 plus 4y equals negative 23. You add the y's together, you get 13y plus 3 equals negative 23. Subtract 3 from both sides. 13y equals negative 26. Divide both sides by 13. Sorry, I had to pause the video because a lot of crazy stuff just happened all at once. I have no idea where I am. Oh, wait. Divide both sides by 13. So I'm going to say y equals negative 2. That's supposed to say y equals negative 2. But my board lags because it stinks. So put negative 2. Now, what am I going to plug in here for y now? I'm going to plug in a negative 2. So 3 times negative 2 plus 1. Well, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So I'm going to put negative 5 right here. I'm trying to write negative 5, even though it's not letting me. Okay, negative 5. So I'm just going to say negative 5 and negative 2. And if I'm wrong, that's okay. It's been a day already, and I'm just starting. Negative 5, negative 2. We'll see if I'm right. Thank goodness I'm right. So which of these strategies would eliminate a variable in the systems of equations? Well, if I just subtract them. Oh, yeah. Subtract the bottom equation from the top equation. I like it. If we add the equations together, is anything eliminating if you add them together? I don't see anything eliminated. Multiply the top equation by a half, and then subtract the bottom equation. No, I'm not seeing anything. That's a 4. That's 5 over 2. Nothing eliminates if I do that. So just subtract the bottom equation. Call it a day. And that's how you get 100 on a quiz. Hope you guys have a good day.